Afternoon and welcome back. Happy weekend. I know. So I thought I'll teach you something again, but this time we'll try to amp it up a little bit. We have been learning about different things about plant in my series for dummies, plants. This is the third installment in the series, and I want to teach you today about plant tissue. Now, this topic will be more relevant for our 9th standard crowd and above 9th standard, of course. In case you're in 10th or 11th and 12th, and you just want to amp up or revise your knowledge, whatever you learned in 9th standard CBSE, this is where you come. Now, share the video with your friends as well. You can send an invite link also to them so that they can join in right now while we are doing this live. If you want to go ahead and share more, make sure you share our ODA app with your friends as well. You can not only take classes for free in this app, you can actually earn while you're taking classes. Now, free classes are free classes, of course. They are not going to teach you everything, but you can definitely take a good experience of how the classes actually happen. Now, in our classes, once you have a good experience, you would want more. And for that reason, we have India's best mini course called Bridge Course. Bridge Course starts every Monday, and we take in batches of students and we teach them for an entire week. In Bridge Course, you will be taught mathematics and science, sometimes English as well, and these will be taught by really good teachers, best of the best in the country. You will also get a personal teacher for your own support. Only you, by the way. The personal teacher will only help you, not anybody else. So, special effort for a special type of student as well. Not only this, you will be getting homework for practice as well as test prep and, of course, PDF study material. All of this in the application of ODA class. Now, you can register for this course very quickly just by clicking the link that you have in the description of this video. The link is only active for 3 to 4 hours. Now, why to register through the link and not in the ODA app? Because the link has a scholarship. The actual price of the course is 499. Now, I know it's a little too expensive for a student. Now, I can give you the cheapest price, and that is only for 49 rupees. But for that, you need to use my scholarship link, which is in the description box. Make sure you share the link with your friends as well so that they can also enjoy. Know how fun it would be if you guys could enjoy together in the same classroom. Now, today we are going to talk about something interesting. So, here I am. I'm going to be your teacher for this class. My name is Sourajit Das. You can call me Jeet sir, and I am going to be your biology teacher today. I've been teaching biology and chemistry for more than 7 years almost, and I have mentored more than 4 lakh students. I teach thousands of students every single day, and I see them, I learn from them what problems they usually face, how to solve those problems, how to get your attention to the topic. So, even if you are somebody who loves science or maybe only maths, I can still get your attention. Give me 10 minutes of your time and you would love what I teach you today. Welcome to the another installment of For Dummies Plants. We have done these installments regularly. I have brought in For Dummies Brain, which was almost four, five, six different episodes. And now today we bring another installment in the series of plants, which is the third episode. Make sure you go to the channel and check out the other videos as well. I've been taking these series for a while now. You can enjoy rest of the videos also as a replay. Now, today we are going to discuss about plant tissue. The topic of plant tissue is quite large and we cannot finish in just one 15-minute class. So for that reason, I've divided into two different sections. Today, we will mainly talk about what are the different types of plant tissue we have and how and why they are so important or special. Now, before we go to plant tissue, first let's understand the fundamental unit of a life, which is called a cell. Now, when I say cell, cell can be a lot of different things. Cell can be a cell phone, cell can be a jail or prison. Cell can also mean this cell, the cell can also mean a battery. But when a biologist says cell, what we mean is the fundamental, structural, and functional unit of life. Now, when it comes to matter, matter is basically anything around you that has mass and occupies a volume in our space, isn't it? Now, matter is made up of atoms. Those are the smallest material that we think. Okay. Now, when it comes to life, living things are also made up of atoms, but atoms individually are not alive. When you break down a living organism, maybe imagine you're breaking down me, and you're breaking, you're chopping, dividing me. Eventually, at the end, you will be ending up with a single unit of myself, which is still alive. As soon as you break that, nothing is alive anymore. So that single unit that we have that is still alive for a living organism, that is called a cell. You have learned about cells starting from 8th standard itself. You have learned about it in ninth standard as well. But in ninth standard, you have learned a little bit more extra about cell. Now, when it comes to a cell, usually in the beginning, when your body is just forming, all the cells are just a normal cell. Okay, they're just a normal cell, normal mango people. Okay, aam aadmi. But when it comes to these cells, eventually they will be given a specific task and they become important. They become skilled. For example, when you guys are born, most of your kids, right now you're studying and you're trying to find out what is your expertise so that you can eventually find a career and be happy in your life and find a purpose. The cells also need a purpose, isn't it? And that's the reason why these cells have to become specialized eventually. So, for example, I've taken a normal cell, which is a normal person, and then I have converted them into a soldier. Okay, I've converted them into a soldier. Now, this soldier is specialized, by the way. A civilian cannot protect the border, but the soldier has been trained and armed properly to serve a single purpose. Now, when these kind of soldier, or lot of them, all come together, they become a battalion, which is basically the idea of tissue. So, what is the tissue? Tissue is basically a bunch of specialized cells that are dedicated to a single task, and they will do it their entire life. Once the normal cell becomes a doctor cell or WBC, for example, it will remain a WBC its entire life and it will keep on finding out bacteria, killing them, protecting our body. Now, when it comes to this, a lot of WBCs can come together, which comes together in case of your blood and becomes a tissue. Okay. Now, when it comes to tissue, remember that it is nothing but a bunch of specialized cells. Every living organism that is not single cell will usually form tissue. That is the only way they can keep all these cells. For example, my body, your body is made up of trillions of cells. To keep all of these cells together and to work together to keep yourself alive, tissue is a must. Now, when it comes to plant tissue, based on their ability to divide, okay, of course, tissue is made up of cells, right? And cells divide. Now, based on the ability to divide, can the cells actually divide and make more cells or can it not? Based on that, there are mainly two types of tissue. Number one, meristematic tissue. Okay. Now, meristematic tissue is special here because they can divide and form permanent tissue as they grow. Whereas the other type of tissue is called permanent tissue. These tissues are permanent, they are specialized already. You cannot ask them to divide anymore and make more of cells. They will get fixed. Okay. These cells, they do not divide. That's the basic difference, by the way. So, what did we learn? In case of plant tissue, there are majorly two types of plant tissue. One is called meristematic tissue, which can divide and produce permanent tissue in the future, whereas another one is called permanent tissue, which does not divide. It stays as it is. Now, there is one more thing that I'm not including here right now, and that is based on position and functioning of different types of tissue. There can be three different types of tissues as well, which are basically the ones that make up your plant's body. That one tissue that makes the outer part of a plant, one tissue that forms the vascular tissue, and one tissue that provides support, which is called ground tissue. But we are not going there right now. We are trying to go with the fundamental two types of tissue, which is meristematic and permanent tissue. Let's talk about meristematic tissue first. When it comes to a meristematic tissue, these are few characteristics that will be similar for all meristematic tissue. So remember these. Okay. These tissues will have the ability to divide swiftly. That is the first characteristic. They're very good at dividing. Very quickly they will divide and form more and more newer and newer cell. Because these tissues divide very quickly, they usually will contain a big nucleus. Okay, most of them will be cubical, but this is a okay-ish characteristics. The main major characteristic is that these cells will contain a big nucleus because they're dividing all the time, right? So the nucleus usually stays quite big, prominent, and dilated. Okay. The third thing that you need to remember that what these tissues are important for, they don't have any intercellular space. No intercellular space. One second. They do not have any intercellular space because these tissues are very well protected and they divide more frequently. When it comes to taking any chunk of the tissue, you will always see that the cells are very well adjusted. Okay, they are very crowded and well adjusted with each other, because of which there is no gap in between two or more cells in this kind of tissue. So these are the three main characteristics that you need to remember. These tissue or meristematic tissue divides more swiftly. They will have a prominent nuclei and they will not have any intercellular space. When it comes to this, meristematic tissue can be of multiple other types. We'll talk about that as well. Now, the main reason why meristematic tissue is present in the plant body is because meristematic tissue is the major reason for your vegetative growth. The plant has to grow, right? It has to grow taller, stronger, maybe not sharper because they don't have a brain, but they do have to go through a process of growth. And when it comes to growth, in case of length, or in case of growth in diameter, as well as branching out, all of this is regulated by your meristematic tissue. And because meristematic tissue cells, they divide much more frequently, they can help the plant grow in quantity wise also. More the cells, more the growth. Okay, now let's talk about the different types of meristematic tissue that we have. Based on their location in the plant body, there can be three different types of meristematic tissue: apical meristem, intercalary, and lateral. Very easy to remember, by the way. Just go by basic logic. Apical basically means end or terminal. So apical tissue will be mostly found at the tip of your stem or at the tip of your root, the part that has to grow and make longer and longer part of the body. Intercalary, on the other hand, will be in between. These are the places from where the plant usually develops a bud, which eventually becomes into a branch. Lateral, which means lateral, sidewise. Lateral will usually be on the side of the stems or root to make them girthier, fatter, and thicker in size. To give you a better idea about their function, read this one. When it comes to apical meristem, these will be present at the tip of or apicals of stems and root, whereas apical meristem mainly upsurges the length of the plant. They regulate the length of the plant. On the other hand, lateral one regulates the thickness of the plant because they are on the side. Okay, and they will usually be present in the radial portion of the root as well as your stem. Intercalary, on the other hand, will be present in the internodes or at the base of the plant, so that branching can take place from the internodes of the stem, and they will usually upsurge the size of the internode and how more growth can be followed by that. So let me just stand on this side, try to take a look. If you want, you can pause the video and try to read all of it. This should make more sense to you as well. If this somehow confuses you, always remember this diagram that I showed you. This is a very easier way of remembering where they actually belong. So I hope you have learned about meristematic tissue with me today. You can learn more of this stuff. Come join us in the ODA app. The app is a very interesting as well as the easiest way you can access our classes. We take 10-15 free classes every single day, and you would love the free classes as well. We have students who repeat the same class 500 times a year just because they love the class. Come see it. I'm sure you will get addicted to the way our teachers teach. You, who knows, you might find one of my free classes as well. Come check out the free classes and as well as enroll for our mini course called Bridge Course. This course is for an entire week and you will be able to experience everything. The free classes don't have all the things. You cannot access all the teachers. So come join us for Bridge Course, where you will be able to access maths and science, both the subjects for multiple topic, multiple teacher as well. And of course, you will also have a personal teacher that can help you with your projects, school doubt, class doubt, whatever doubt you have. You can ask them, they can take care of it. You will also get all the materials such as homework, test prep, as well as PDFs for studying the material directly in the app. Find me one more place where you can find so many things just for a very small price of 49 rupees. Now remember, the 49 rupees is only valid if you enroll with my scholarship link. The link expires in 3 to 4 hours. Make sure after watching this video, immediately click on it and pay 49 rupees and join the batch of the upcoming Monday. Now, there's a way you can actually earn through our classes. That's one of the interesting thing about our class. You cannot find it anywhere else. If you take the classes for our 1 week course, multiple classes will help you earn more than 1,000 ODA coins. These ODA coins are very, very interesting because four of these coins are equal to 1 rupee. So imagine this now. If you get 1,000 coins divided by 4, you're going to win 250 rupees. You're investing 50 rupees to join the course. Not only you're learning, you're winning 200 extra. That's how you can learn as well as earn with us. You can use these coins and buy real life gifts, not virtual. Okay, the coins are virtual, but you can buy real gifts. These will get also delivered to you for free of cost. I know it's a dream come true. Come join us, learn with us, and try to earn as much as you can. There are thousands and thousands of students who are already learning and earning with us while they're in the classroom. Thank you very much for joining with me today. I hope to see you next week once again. Enjoy the weekend, take rest, and start with another hustle in the next week. Join the Monday batch. Make sure you subscribe the channel, give us a like, and comment in the comment section. Let us know how do you like it, and let us know what do you want to learn next as well. That's all for today. Sourajit sir out. Have a wonderful weekend.